Hey, what's up? How's it going? I am Russ, and yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions as of late regarding what apps I use to track my dividends when I show things like the portfolio review that we just recently did. Everybody wants to know, what am I using? So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 apps that I am using. Well, apps, software, combination, platform, whatever you want to call it, that I am using and have been using. And you can use too if you so. If it floats your boat, then you can check them out. Do what you will. And we're going to start off with the DivTracker app, which you can find in your app store. And it looks like this when you find it and download it. And let's take a peek inside. We open it up and it looks like this. You got to sing song to it. You get better returns. So yeah, pretty straightforward as most of these are. I'm not going to get crazy into the details of them. You can figure it out for yourself. I'm just going to point out a few things that I like and what's interesting. Obviously, this is our bridge portfolio, and you got all your stats there, the change, the yield on cost, yearly income, yada, yada. I like this little wheel right here. This is kind of cool. So we'll click on the consumer staples. Shows it's 37.7, so we're a bit heavy just in this one portfolio. And portfolio, kind of cool. You can rotate around, see what you got where. I go back and scroll down, and I have this sorted. You can change your sorting criteria by all types of stuff, but I like leaving it on income. And Pepsi is the most at $400, and this is all in descending order. You could do ascending, whatever you like. So I think it's cool. Shows that. When you're done with those, what I really like is for us creators, it can be helpful. There's the new portfolio news. It'll show you the ticker, how long ago, the website that they pulled it from their own screener from. There's ExxonMobil. So really interesting for getting some news in the stocks that are in your portfolio. Click the little hamburger there, whatever it's called. All kinds of stuff. You can add your favorites. They have their little forecast. I think this might be a paid feature. Projected dividends. Click on. They're going to show you what is... well, this isn't the best. Let me show you the best. Let's get out of that. This is what if you follow me on Twitter, I used to use this a lot. Click on the calendar in the top right corner there, and it will show you your calendar and what companies will be paying you and when. And we got a black cat walking by. Not to worry. That's Louie. Anyway, so we, messing me up, man. Yeah, anyway, it just shows you what you're going to be, getting. And then back under the hamburger, there's daily trivia. Come on, man. There is actions research. You can play around with it yourself. So this is the first one. It is the DivTracker app. Please stop that, Mr. Annoying. And I think that's all I wanted to say about this. The DivTracker app, really straightforward, really easy, but it does cost money, and it currently is $8.99 for lifetime access to all the app features, which really isn't that bad, or just $2.99 to remove advertising from the app. Oh, and the last thing about the DivTracker app that's kind of cool is if you click on the company like PepsiCo here, I didn't show you all that it will do. I was distracted. It has your daily breakdown, $1.10 daily. The next payout, $99. Lots of information about the company, percentage of the portfolio and whatnot. Little recent dividends. You can move the slider, dividend growth. My Horizon, this will show you what it looks like your account, how it would grow and affect your account. And what the dividends would be and all that. And then it ends with the news. So a lot of stuff here. This is, just scratching the surface. So feel free to download it and play around with it. All right, next up is Digrin.com. Now this is what I use when I point out the portfolio on the back. I use this site to share with all of you because everybody can see what's going on. You can be a voyeur and snoop around if you like. So let's get into it. We will go on the bridge portfolio. I'd say 95% of the free version, or 95% of investors are going to be okay with the free version on this. And yeah, just really straightforward, most of it here. The overview, you can sort all different kinds of ways. Here we'll sort by yield on cost Altria, currently 10.20%, really big and stout. Only 25 shares. I did have 125, and those of you who follow along and play at home, you know that I had 100 shares called away from a covered call, and I've been writing cash secured puts until I get back into Altria. We'll just go down the line. Dividend calendar, again, not as nice, as eye-catching as DivTracker, but you know, the green is your paid dividends. Your upcoming dividends are the orange or red. And maybe I'm colorblind. And then the estimated dividends is the blue. Again, really nice, you know, just straightforward. They show you the upcoming dividends for your next ones and how much you will be receiving. We click on the paid dividends tab, shows you your dividends quarterly. You can stack them, group them, whatever you like to do. And then your dividends monthly. And then diversification, again, just pretty much self-explanatory. So just trying to give you a peek here. Your stock market value versus cost basis, how much is in each sector. That's kind of helpful for, obviously, consumer defensive. I'm probably way overvalued in that. And then by the industry, which beverages, PepsiCo is my top. Although in 2020, they had more revenue from snack foods, from the foods, than they did the beverages. All right, and transactions, again, all straightforward. You can sort by price, you paid, whatever, all kinds of stuff. I've been trying to keep these concurrent with when I buy. Sometimes I get a little bit lackadaisical and I have to just do a lump edit. Performance tab, now you have to be a supporter in order to see your portfolio compared to the S&P 500. And you can see we've underperformed the S&P 500 without dividends, but the total S&P 500 dividends is $842 and mine is $2,200. So that's the name of the game. That's what I'm not trying to beat that benchmark. I'm trying to have stable, growing, and secure dividends coming in. The portfolio statistics, they will show you what your portfolio did in that month. I like this. The heat map, it'll show you the value, like what has gone on in the last month. Drop down, select whatever month you want. Just really cool, really eye-catching little heat map of your portfolio stocks. And then, of course, earnings, they're just giving a rough estimate. Now, it says midnight. Nothing's dropping at midnight, but it's just a really cool little snapshot of earnings that are going to be coming up. As we see, Pepsi is on April 13th. And back here in the overview, I wanted to show you something. Let's click on Pepsi. And we can see everything we've bought, our transaction history, mouthful of marbles with Pepsi. But if you click on this here again, it's going to show a ton of information on the individual company, which is really, really nice and solid. All the dividends that Pepsi has, all the information you kind of want in a quick snapshot, all the way to the right. Everything from price history, when you can see that in January of 1975, they were 27 cents an adjusted price per share. The 3-year, 5-year, 10-year dividend growth, the payout ratio, really cool charts. Their splits, last split was in 1996. Now we got spin-offs where they see in 1997, they spun off Yum Brands. It was called Tricon, but it did become Yum Brands. That's really neat. And the earnings will show you all the quarterly earnings that you would like to see, their yearly earnings. Just really nice amount of information on Digrin. They also have their own stock screener. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the screener. We won't play around with that. You can put stocks in that you want to watch. The upcoming ex-dividends, this is nice. We see General Mills has an ex-dividend coming up on April 7th. And they have been paying that for 40 years, so 51 cents with a 3.20% yield. Now they have stock lists. Again, just join, play around with all of these. I like this, the best dividend stocks. These are what users on Digrin have been buying. So for March 30th, 7 people using the site bought AT&T. That's what they entered in. I like this, the David Fish. The challengers, contenders, and champions list will show you all the stocks in those, give you some great ideas. And then pricing for Digrin, they do say that Most of the features will be free forever, and the free version should suffice to 95% of investors, as I already told you that. But they're always looking for contributions to help run the site. So if you want to be a supporter at 49.99 euros a month, I don't know what that is. I know it's more than 49.99 US. Then you will get these different things. But honestly, I think the free version for most people is just fantastic, and it's a really cool site. And then there is Simply Safe Dividends, which I have fallen in love with. I'm smitten with Simply Safe Dividends. But here's the thing, it is $399 a year. Now that could be a little bit pricey. They do offer a lot on the site. It is really sharp, really nice to use. They have a lot of information that goes into the site. And once again, it is a totally free 14-day trial, no credit card. They don't want nothing. I tried it out when I checked it out, and I was just surprised by it. We did a portfolio review on this, so click the link here if you want to see the portfolio review where I run through a lot of this. So again, if you haven't, really quick, just the portfolio basics, kind of like Digrin, but it's a little bit sharper. I like the income calendar. It shows you exactly how much you are getting in this portfolio. You can do a combined portfolio if you wanted to. Now, I do have this link to Charles Schwab, and you can use Fidelity, Ameritrade, Schwab, M1 Finance, Vanguard, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers, Chase, or Wells Fargo that you can automatically connect to, which I did, and it syncs up every single night, so that is really nice. And then here's the overview of the holdings. I set this one up. When we click on columns here, all these blue checks are the ones that I set up, and all these other ones are the columns that I didn't put on there. Really cool net debt to capital, payment frequency, how long they've had an uninterrupted dividend streak for, and then you can move those around where you want them to go. Everything is sortable, just super nice and easy. You want to sort by their dividend safety score, which is kind of proprietary to them. They give a company a 99, means that it is very unlikely to be cut. And if we go down here, you can see my worst one right now is British American Tobacco, which they give borderline safe. And then this is nice too, this timeliness. They will show you what could be undervalued, what the dividend yield is above its 5-year average or below. Kind of will help you to determine if something looks attractive for you to buy within your portfolio. We'll run through a couple tabs here. I really like the latest. This just shows every time they post a note on anything, you don't even have to own it. Right here, like Camping World, they give some opinions on PPL. Anytime a company hikes the dividend, this is in here for the dividend hike or dividend cut, whatever it may be. You do get multiple portfolios. As you can see, I have several here. You can do individually or as one. And then in the screener here, check it out. I already have a screen set up. There's a ton of different filters you can put in there though. Just click them, whatever, sort however you want. And I already had one up for companies that may be undervalued, 60 or safe dividend safety score and a yield of over 4%. So look at a couple of these that popped up at the top that have a safe score with a very nice yield. Leggett & Platt, United Bank Shares, Walgreens, Franklin Resources, UHT, Universal Health REIT, Triple N, National Retail Properties. So those are just some of the companies right there you just got for free. I like this Ideas tab where they will show you 4% high yielding stocks, just different dividend aristocrats, 66 companies. We got Buffett's portfolio. So if you wanted to go into Warren Buffett's portfolio, click timeliness, click on what may be undervalued, and old Warren's USB, Store, Verizon, Merck, Activision Blizzard, those ones are all potentially undervalued. And they show that they have good dividend safety scores as well. Then they have monthly payers. Just here, if you wanted to sort monthly payers by a dividend safety score. So Pembina Pipeline, they think is a safe dividend paying company, and just all different kinds of stats you can get on this. So you can just play around with this for hours. And then they have their portfolios, where they have 3 portfolios, which is a conservative retiree portfolio, a blend of income and growth, and then low yield, high growth, where they give you updates, what they look like they might sell, what they're thinking about doing. So kind of cool. Brian Bollinger, I believe, heads this up. And it's if you wanted a little bit of flavor of what something like that might look like if you were a conservative retiree, what would a portfolio look like if you were building that? They show you the reasons, what they were looking for, why they have these holdings, and there you go. They got AT&T in it, which I like AT&T, as you already know. So yeah, just again, more ideas. This just chock full of ideas. And then don't forget about this newsletter right here. They send you also a monthly newsletter called the Intelligent Income Newsletter. Just fantastic. A lot of pages. What do we got here? 36 some pages. They give you a little bit of perspective and all kinds of information that you could use, ideas that you might want to buy, top 20 dividend stock, their portfolio update. They do a little report on that as well. So just once a month, full of information. And again, I would recommend, if you've never used this, at least do yourself a favor and check it out with the free trial. Again, it's $3.99 a year. So if you have a bigger portfolio and you don't have the time to manage it, this could save you a lot of money. So that was simplysafedividends.com, Digrin.com, and the DivTracker app that you can find in your app store. And hey, look at this little box next to my head. That is the portfolio review video that we just recently did that I mentioned earlier. So if you would like to click on that video and hear me tell you all about each individual stock that is in the portfolio, please do so, and I will talk to you there.